Hey, this is Suzanne Williams, and I am with Essential Oils Health Matters. And if you've been tuning in lately at all, you know that basically for a solid year, we are going to be talking about this book that is written by Dr. Susan Lawton. And it is called Personal Peaceful Growth Calendar. And every week we are working on a different affirmation. And the affirmation we are doing this week is I review my vision board. And I'm sure that most of you know what vision boarding is, but it's basically just writing your goals down or putting pictures of your goals so that you can help visualize your goals and help keep your goals in front of you so you can keep working toward them. So the mantra for the whole entire week is I review my vision board. And I highly encourage you this week to be working on your vision board. And the additional mantra for just today is I am gathering my resources and new ideas daily. So if you've been following us at all, you know that this book basically gives you a mantra. It also gives you a song to listen to and a diffuser blend to make. So the song that we're listening to this week is the Blue Danube Waltz. And I had like the most amazing time going to YouTube and seeing which version of the Blue Danube Waltz I liked best. There's some with beautiful ballroom dancers, there's some with just orchestras and just gorgeous palaces or castles over, I'm going to guess, in Australia. I said that wrong. They're in Austria, not Australia. Anyway, because the song comes from Johann Strauss, who was a composer in Austria. Anyway, so if you haven't listened to that song yet, I highly encourage you to listen to that song, or better yet, put together your own playlist of things that remind you, that energize you, or set you at peace, or set your creative juices working. So it's your motivational list, and create your own YouTube list on playlist on YouTube for motivational songs. I've done that. I love making playlists. I think I love categorizing information so that I never lose it, which is anyway, one of the things I love to do. So again, the mantra for today is I review my vision board and I am gathering my resources and new ideas daily. So I love going to conferences. I went to this conference once and they said that God will usually tell me something once, and if it's important, he might tell it to me 2, maybe 3 times, but after 3 times, like, God doesn't keep putting those ideas in our head. I don't know if you agree with that. All I know is that I feel better if I feel like I've gotten some type of direction from God or been inspired to do something. If I write it down, I just think that God is happier because he knows I'm trying to pay attention, and I'm trying to honor and respect what he's telling me to do. So I would highly encourage you to, as you get ideas and inspirations on what you want to do and what's going to help you move towards your goals, please write it down, because I don't want you to lose any of the good ideas that you have. Okay, and then you know that we always, in this book, they always tell us a diffuser blend to do. And this week, as we're working on our vision board, we're doing 2 drops frankincense, the oil of truth, 2 drops wild orange, the oil of abundance, and 2 drops of oregano, which is the oil of humility and non-attachment. You might think, oh, non-attachment, we want to be attached, right? But sometimes we don't want to be attached to the outcomes of our goals. Sometimes we want to do what we feel is best to do and then let the consequences play out as they do, right? Okay, so I always like to, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I always like to talk about the essential oils in the blend. And yesterday I talked about frankincense, and today we are going to be talking about wild orange, which is the oil of abundance. So I just want to give a shout out to this book too. It's Essential Emotions, and it is your guide to process, release, and live free. And it basically tells you the emotional aspects of the different oils. So, but I just want to read to you a little bit some of the properties of wild orange. Well, first of all, it smells so incredibly good. It is one of my my husband's favorite oils. Wild orange addresses a wide variety of emotional issues. It inspires abundance, it fosters creativity, and supports a positive mood. Wild orange also reconnects individuals to their inner child and brings spontaneity, fun, joy, and playfulness into one's life. So if you are having a party or something like that, wild orange is a super good oil to diffuse. All of the citrus oils are mood uplifting oils, so your wild orange, lemon, lime, bergamot, grapefruit, they're all going to uplift your moods, but they all have just a little bit different personalities. Wild orange is really going to foster the creativity and the childlike joy in you, okay? So, wild orange teaches people to let go of their scarcity mindsets. It helps with all of the scarcity mindset manifestations that come along with it, like fear or nervousness or inflexibility, workaholism, lack of humor, and just general belief that there is not enough. When we are thinking that the world only has a finite amount of resources, then like we can be scrambling to get enough of what we need, right? But I don't think that the world just has a finite amount of resources. I don't. I think that we're all children of God, and I think that He planned everything on this earth and more that we were going to need. I think that He is a God who can create things that we need. If Jesus can create water out of wine, right? God can definitely. Oh, my son is who's helping me film this. He's like, no, He didn't recreate water out of wine. He created wine out of water. Okay, so if Jesus created wine out of water, He can definitely give us what we need as we are turning to Him and as we are doing our work. There's that one saying that says, pray like everything depends on God and work like everything depends on you. And I think that they're kind of a good combination. Like, I think God is our loving Father. He has, 3 times in the scriptures, like, asking you shall receive, knocking it will be open unto you, seeking you shall find. And I know I got those in the wrong order, but I think the reason He did those in threes is because He wanted to reiterate to us, hey, I'm here for you. The earth is an abundant, and I am a powerful God. And anyway, so I think that wild orange supports us in letting go of that scarcity mentality. Because when we're children, I don't think that we really think that, the world is scarce. Like, I think most of us when we're like 4 or 5 or even 7 think that mom and dad have all the money and, hey, why can't they buy me that at the store? So let's get some of that abundant world mentality back. And wild orange can help to do that. So I'm skipping a lot because I want you to I'm highly encouraging you to go get this book. But I want to say that the negative emotions that wild orange can address is scarcity, overly serious, rigid, dull, workaholic, lack of energy, discouraged, hoarding, and it can even help for when we have those envious feelings. And I think that in a very, very materialistic world, I think that sometimes it's easy for us to fall into the envy trap. Again, that comes from a scarcity mentality. Oh, if someone has something, look at it, I don't have it. And anyway, so we don't need to go into that, but wild orange can definitely help with even feelings of envy. Okay, and so the positive properties that it brings in is a feeling of abundance, a sense of humor, being playful, being generous. I just don't think that, I guess I have enough of a belief in God that I think that what you give to the world, if you give good things to the world, God will send it back to you. Like, I think when you're blessing God's children, God will equally bless you. So, wild orange can help with bringing a generous spirit in. It can help with spontaneousness and creativity and joy. Wild orange and frankincense are two super good essential oils that would be amazing to diffuse at Christmas time. But remember, you're going to add the 2 drops of oregano into it too. And I think tomorrow you're going to be learning more about what the oregano does. So tune into tomorrow. I really love this book too. It's called Emotions and Essential Oils, the A to Z Guide. And it's written by Rebecca Hines. And in this book, it also talks about, what the different essential oils are for, but it also has a different affirmation for each of the oils. And this is an oil that goes along with wild orange. And I think it's just brilliant because it definitely goes along with us working on our vision boards. So here's the affirmation that goes along with wild orange. Creative energies surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. I release struggle and resistance. I am resilient and resourceful. I choose to see how every situation serves me. And if some people might have a hang up with how every situation serves me, but to me it kind of reminds me of that scripture that says that God will turn everything to our good. So when I'm thinking of that wild orange affirmation, I would be saying to myself, I choose to see how every situation, how I can learn from every situation, and how every situation can be turned to my good, to help me, to make me a better person eventually. So, just going to remind you to keep working on your vision board, keep diffusing your frankincense, wild orange, and oregano. Listen to the Blue Danube Waltz, or whatever other songs energize you to start working on your vision board. And just know how much the world loves you and needs you to reach your goals, because I do think that God gave you a specific mission in life, and He will move heaven and earth to help you with your goals. Okay, so my name is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, and we hope you have a fabulous day.